Hey y'all. 2022 is almost over, and I think all of us have big plans for 2023 and how we're gonna approach next year, in the sense that we have lots of things that we would like to maybe do different. 2023 is fast approaching, and I have kind of like lots of plans for the next year when it comes to my doll collection. So in this video I wanted to kind of give you a little bit of a collection update, show you a bit of my collection, and then also talk about what I would like to maybe change about it, what I would like to maybe do different when it comes to displaying my dolls. At times I kind of like feel overwhelmed with my collection, in the sense that I have no idea what I want to do with it. As somebody who loves so many different doll lines, and as somebody who kind of like, I want to preserve a bit of fashion doll history, there are so many dolls that have absolutely nothing to do with each other. There are so many doll lines that are very different from one another. So having them all on display is kind of weird looking, and it makes it all look very not cohesive, very confusing. So maybe you have some ideas for me what I could change about my doll collection, or maybe you feel the same and you're like, you have no idea what to do with it. So maybe I'm able to kind of give you ideas that could possibly help you. So let's switch the camera around. So one of the goals that I have set for next year that I've kind of started with is cutting down on the Rainbow High dolls and OMG dolls that I want to have on display. I've got this big container where I already put tons of dolls in. I don't know, maybe you have the same feeling that you sometimes go through phases where you're very passionate about a certain doll line, but then you eventually end up not really feeling that doll line all that much, and your passion moves towards different doll line. Right now my passion lies more towards Barbie, different eras of Barbie, from the 90s to the early 2000s mainly, and a couple of vintage repros sprinkled in. And that's possibly the root of this whole collecting confusion that I have right now, is the fact that I don't know what I want to do with it. I don't know what I want to do with my display. Do I want my display to be super colorful, super current? Do I want my display to be more classy, more mature, more adult oriented? Do I want my display to be more fantasy fashions? Do I want my display to have more realistic fashion inspirations? You can see that I managed to unbox all of the Mycene dolls that I showed you in the big haul. Though these two are still two dolls that I have yet to unbox. Speaking of, the next unboxing that I've planned to do is one of this Fashion Fever boutique. And I have also tons of random dolls everywhere around my room. You can see that I'm currently super into older Barbie dolls, like these two here, or the one in the back. There's my first Barbie. But I also love my OMGs. And I'm torn between wanting to complete the whole OMG line and maybe not. I also have tons of random OMGs standing there that need to be taken care of. There's also this huge Madame Alexander fashion doll, which again shows that I have tons of different doll lines from so many different eras. That makes me kind of confused as to what I want to do with my collection. With my OMGs, for example, I had planned to have the OG Wave 1 next to the loungewear version of the Wave 1, with the fierce version of the Wave 1 in the back. That's kind of like what I want to do with the top part of this shelf, and then in chronological order having the rest displayed in the shelf. Now I have also random stuff here, like those. These are the Hatchimals pixies that are super cute, super adorable. I love them. I love the animals that they come with, and the dolls themselves are also very cute. So you see that with them, again, they have no place right now in the collection, the way the collection is now. But I'm thinking about maybe theming displays, maybe using color schemes to theme them. So I thought about using maybe pastels and teal and pink to have this display where I can put these dolls, a couple of random Generation 3 My Little Ponies, my cupcake doll, and also the Hatchimals Pixies Riders, because a color themed display especially is perfect for this kind of random doll and miniature assortment. And I also have these Monster High Ever After High dolls, and I was this close to actually selling them off. Not because I don't like them, I love them all, but I just thought they had no place in my collection. So if I'm not really able to kind of display them in a way that would make sense, why should I keep them? But I decided against it because I knew that if I were to sell them now, I would immediately regret it just a couple of weeks later. So yeah, the main problem is the fact that I should focus on something, and I should maybe theme my collection in a way that would make sense. Now my plan is to have this cabinet be full of Barbies, which it already is, aside from the bottom part where I have my Cindy's on display. And then I want this cabinet to be full of Barbies as well. This is going to be half OMGs and half Rainbow Highs. So I really need to cut down on the OMGs and Rainbow Highs that I want to have in display. And the rest is then going to be put into storage. Now I'll have the breads here with my Britzillas. I don't know what to want to do with Modern Barbie. I don't want to make any rash decisions. So I'm not going to be like, I'm going to set off all of my extras. So maybe they're going to be put into storage as well. But with a lot of dolls, by the way, these are Barbie Extra Minis rebodied on Amazing Adorabots bodies. I saw that the Instagram account aggressive_Barbie did that. And I love this. This is so cool. They look so fierce. And I restyled the Dreamtopia mermaid with the Tori face. And I sewed this black jacket for her. I also sewed these fishnets for her. This dress is kind of like a dollar store fashion pack. So I have these dolls like this one as well, whom I sewed a little black dress and fur coat for. I also created this, and these two are also dolls who I created whole looks for. So maybe I should put them together in a group, just like my Bratz Chloe doll, to have all the dolls who I customized clothing for, as well as accessories, and restyled them together on display. And now that I have all of my in-box Mycene dolls unboxed and in their complete looks, well, aside from the tennis Madison doll in the middle, I had found her on the flea market, but she was complete. These dolls, these Mycene ones that I restyled and looks kind of don't make any sense anymore. I don't know, having these dolls in these Steffi Love and random Barbie fashions kind of makes them look very cheap next to these ones who are in these super lavish original outfits. So maybe I'm gonna be putting these restyled, thrifted Mycene dots into storage as well. What I've also planned for 2023 is to have a desk area here to be able to film videos and film unboxings and make the whole process more easy for me, make the whole process way more efficient and effective in a sense that I can then pump out videos much faster than I would the way that I do it now, which is very all over the place. By the way, I also need a new ring light because this one's stand is broken, so it just wobbles around. That's why I definitely need to be investing into a couple of things for my equipment in 2023. So yeah, this was just me randomly blabbing around, and I kind of have a couple of ideas for what I want to do, but I also have tons of roadblocks ahead of me. Anyhow, I'm really happy with the way my collection has turned out to develop over the kind of like past 2 years when I started collecting. So yeah, what are my plans for my collection in 2023? I think one of my plans is to have it be more streamlined and be more focused. I want it to not be as cluttered. I want it to be more themed. I'm definitely going to be cutting down on the amount of dolls that I have on display. So there are going to be a lot of dolls that I have to make the super tough decision of whether I want to keep them on display or whether I need to put them into storage bins. That's, I think, my main objective and my main goal and my main plan for my doll collection in the next year. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I hope you're going to be having a great rest of the year. I know there are people out there like myself who do not celebrate any of the holidays that are going on. So shout out to everyone who's maybe feeling a bit down and maybe who's feeling like they need to be having more of a cheery mood, but that's not the case. I think any kind of mood that you have right now is completely valid. So do not put any pressure on you. Do not think that just because the world dictates the way that one should feel around the time that is now, you might be the odd one out. That's not the case. There are always people out there who feel the same way that you feel. That's kind of like my message to everybody in these times that we have right now. If you want to watch more doll content, please subscribe to my channel and maybe we might see each other in my next video. Bye for now. Mwah.